Hi, Conspirator Brock here again, and here's my installment of my poll list, read list, for April 16th, 2014. So let's get into it. First up on the list for my poll list is American Vampire Second Cycle, number 2. Scott Snyder will be actually on a fair amount of books this week, which is awesome because all of his work has been amazing and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. If you haven't read American Vampire, I highly suggest you check it out. The first series is collected in about five trade paperbacks currently, and I think there's a 6th trade paperback coming out soon. The 6th hardcover just came out. So, but good stuff. If you get a chance, check it out. American Vampire. And back again, Scott Snyder with Batman 30. We're continuing the 0 year story. This is supposed to finalize it and complete it. I'm actually kind of happy. 0 year has been going on for a very long time, it seems, and even though I've enjoyed it, I kind of want to get back to kind of the current Batman and see what Snyder has in store for him. So, which I don't know if we'll get, but hey, who knows? But pick up Batman 30. Awesome. Great book. Next up is the Batman Ann title, and who is with Batman this week, or this month I should say? Wonder Woman. And it's The Hunt for Robin. So let's check it out. Been really enjoying this book. It's been a great title to read. I highly recommend it to anybody, but it's a really, really solid title, and yeah, that's all my list. Next up is week 2 of Batman Eternal. Scott Snyder's on this one again, if you can see right here. But yeah, first issue was really great. It grabbed my attention, made me want to read more. I'm really curious to see where this book goes, but I'm enjoying it a lot. And with Batman's 75th anniversary this year, I think this is a great title to go with. If you haven't checked out Batman Eternal, see if you can grab a copy of number 1. Number 2 is on the shelves today. So check it out. It's a good book. Next up is Batwoman number 30. Batwoman has been okay. I've enjoyed it since the creative change enough, so I'm keeping with it. It's a good book, fun. But check it out. Batwoman 30. Trip. This is for you. I'm picking up Green Lantern New Guardians number 30. But it will most likely, like all of the Lantern titles, Green Lantern, Green Lantern Corps, and Red Lanterns included, 30 will most likely be my last issue for each one. It'll get dropped to the read list, but not the pull list. Sorry, Lanterns. Haven't kept me engaged since you lost Johns and I believe Tomahasi. But yeah, sorry. Well, we'll see if Green Lantern New Guardians can keep it, but I doubt it. Next up is fun title for the month, Harley Quinn number 5. The book has been choppy from issue to issue, but the material inside the actual book has been good to read and enjoyable. So yeah, I highly love it, and the art's awesome. So yeah, pick it up. John's Justice League number 30. If you haven't been reading Justice League, it has been fantastic. Despite everything going on with Forever Evil and it taking forever to come out, especially since the last issue has been delayed yet again. But the stuff that Johns is doing with Cyborg in the last few issues, and he brought the Metal Men in last issue, has just been fantastic. I was discussing with Ryan about how it kind of sucks that Johns and these really good creators touch on these kind of obscure characters and give you a really, really awesome introduction to them, and then the ball gets dropped if they pick up their own series, or they get their own book, or there's a story that comes out about them that's not written by these guys, these top tier talent, and it sucks, but you know, that's the nature of the beast. But check it out, Justice League, awesome stuff, and keep it up, Johns. Lantern book I am starting to pick up, which is a new one, is Sinestro. Despite the fact that after Johns' run it seemed like Sinestro was supposed to be gone for some period of time, he's back. And back within less than a year, which we kind of figured. So I'm going to check it out. This is written by William Bunn. I like some of his work, so we'll see where it goes. Maybe this is the only Lantern title that I actually pull. We'll see. Next up is Trinity of Sin Pandora. This book is number 10. This book has been a great read. It's tied in with Justice League Dark, Constantine, and Trinity of Sin Phantom Stranger, but it stands on its own as a good book. I enjoy reading it, and you should check it out if you haven't had a chance. The first trade I know just came out a week or two ago. So if if you want to check it out, pick up the trade or see if you can hunt down the single issues. Good stuff. Next up is Unwritten Apocalypse, number 4, I believe. I always put the number, number 4. I enjoyed Unwritten. It's one of those books that I read and it was good, and I kept reading it, and it kind of just floated on my pull list. Never really wanted to get rid of it. Never really, bumped it up too much. But it's a good title. This is the tail end of the story that Mike Carey is writing. Good stuff. Hopefully it ends fairly well. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Unwritten, go back and try reading those, pick up some of those trades, see if you like it. I've enjoyed it overall. Next up is my only Valiant title this week, and the only one this week, Exo Man of War number 24. We're getting into the prelude of the Armor Hunter stuff. Like I've said before, Valiant has been doing an amazing job with their books. Really great week to week. When the titles come out every month, so on and so forth, Valiant's just knocked it out of the park. The only thing about Valiant that I have a problem with, their books tend to come like dinged and jacked, and I think that's from printing. But hey, Valiant, if you haven't checked out these books, a lot of the first trades are available for $9.99. You should highly check them out. Good stuff. So that's my pull list. That's the stuff that I actually am taking home and reading and putting in my collection. Now we're on to the stuff that I'm just picking up to read, just so I can be enlightened a little bit about some things. I haven't heard much about this title, but I heard there's a buzz about it. Genesis from Image. I think it's Nate Edmondson, Allison Sampson, and Jason Wordie are the creators on this. It's a thick book, if you can tell from here, right here, and it's I think it's like $6.99. Yeah, $6.99. So it's a little pricey, but half it's like sketch artwork in it. I flipped through already and took a quick look at it. So we'll see. Looks interesting. If I get a chance to do some reviews, maybe I'll start doing some follow-up reviews on books. But Genesis is on the shelves. Check it out. Next up is a book that didn't need a number 1, new number 1, because the creator team didn't change, and it's another Marvel title. Hey, Hulk number 1 by Wade. I'll check it out. I enjoyed the Hulk Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that was the last series, but then once they started doing the time stuff, it lost me, so we'll see if they can pick me back up. But Hulk number 1's on the shelves tomorrow. Dynamite has released Turok and Magnus the Robot Fighter. Magnus the Robot Fighter I have been reading, and that's been good so far. I've enjoyed it. But they're also releasing Solar, Man of the Autumn. I tried getting into the last incantation of this, I guess, but I couldn't really get into it, so I'll give this one a try. Old Gold Key characters, so we'll see how it goes. Next up is a Lantern tie-in book, so that's I'm not buying it, but Supergirl, the Red Daughter of Krypton is the story that's going on. So this crosses over with the Red Lanterns, who are currently about to battle Atrocicus, but they haven't fought him yet, and neither is Supergirl, or she's supposed to. I don't know. So I'm going to check this out, and if it ties in well with the story, I might end up purchasing it, but if not, oh well. Great Marvel title. If you haven't been reading it, you need to be reading it. Jason Aaron's been knocking it out of the park with it. This is the part 3 of The Last Days of Midgard, issue 21 of Thor, God of Thunder. This book is amazing. I'm completely and utterly bummed that Marvel has a shitty price point for their hardcovers and their soft covers for how many issues you get. But Thor has been an amazing, amazing read. Even though it's not on my pull list, it's on my must-read list every month it comes out. So Thor, check it out. Go back, get the trades, buy them digitally, whatever. It's a good series. But again, the price point for the trades is not to my liking, and you might not like it, but if you don't really care, check out the work. It's really good. There was one book that we didn't have enough copies of, or I may try and read it later this week in shop if I get a chance. Is Winter Soldier Bitter March #3. I've been enjoying the title so far. The first one felt really kind of connected to, hey, we're trying to sell a book based because, Captain America's coming out. So I was a little, kind of bummed about that. But it caught me a little bit, and I enjoyed it. So I've been keep reading it. Other than that, I would have bought a hardcover today. An amazing hardcover that if you don't own a copy of it, either in softcover or the new hardcover that's out today, you should. That's the Vertigo title Day Tripper by Gabriel Ba and Fabio Moon. An amazing book. If you're looking at my blog, it's the Amazon is, if you actually see the ads, it's the one that's advertised through Amazon through the little thing on the side. But yeah, you should highly get this book. Check it out. It's great. I love it, and I can't recommend it enough. I own the singles, the soft cover, and now I'm going to own a nice hardcover. So that's about it. You can come back to conspiratorblog.com and check out my posts, see my other video blogs. You can also listen to me on the Comic Conspiracy. Check that out at www.geekbox.net. Geekbox is our parent podcast, so you can check them out there as well as the Comedy Button. But yeah, if you like these, leave comments. Let me know how I'm doing. I'm just trying this out. But thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you next week.